Brazil's such a great country. I mean, I think it's a real pity that they had those security problems, and I think the government or the local government should have put much more effort into making sure. You can see it on the television when you look at the circuit. You can see that it's in an area that happens to be surrounded by favelas and poor houses. So it's not surprising, but I'm not sure if you'd put a circuit with all these glossy cars in the middle of the rougher areas of London, you might you might have the odd problem. But I think they should have put much more effort into policing it during the Grand Prix.
Ever since I've been doing Formula One since 2000, we've always had some sort of issue in Sao Paulo. We always used to get a full security talk within the team, and you know, they still do that now. But I don't ever remember it being as up close and personal as it was this time around. I mean, people with guns pointed at their foreheads while sitting in the car on the way home. I mean, it's stuff that, you know, is enough to break you, and nobody should have to go through that. And I think one of the issues was perhaps that a lot of the local policing had all disappeared and gone off duty once the event had finished and the fans had gone home. Of course, the teams don't go home till much later at night on a Friday afternoon, a Friday evening, and I think, you know, that was part of the problem. So, yes, it's a dangerous place. I think it can be resolved and it can be overcome. It just needs to be perhaps have a little bit more importance placed on securing the safety of everybody involved.
But as Sir Patrick says, it is a strange environment for F1 to be in, and you know, people living pretty desperate lives. You see the poverty firsthand when you go to Brazil, and the egregious wealth of F1 is right in their face for a long weekend every year.
It's also
I'm not condoning their action at all, but you can understand why it happens.
Yeah, you can't ever justify it, but of course, but it's also, you know, if you take it as a race, as an event, it's also one of the most well attended. We have people queuing at the gates from 6 a.m, don't we, every year. I wonder how that will be impacted without a Brazilian driver in the next year or so. But there must be a way of having a big event in wherever it is, having it being secure. I mean, they had the Olympics, didn't they? And I know the policing for that was incredible. We're not at that level when we go to a Formula One Grand Prix there. So perhaps there are ways, we just need to find, you know, work out how best to do that.